So we go to see that what exactly is this approach, how has this been approach developed, what does it mean, and how or what are the techniques in which this can be used. Well done approach helps the organizations to increase the retention of top performers. Well done is basically a way in which you can retain the people who are really doing well by interacting with them, by involving, or by making them feel wanted and belong to, or maybe giving them a sense of contribution to the organization. Today everybody wants to feel that they have made a difference or they have contributed to the organization. The moment this has been told, the moment this has been expressed, the employee feels wanted, the employee feels needed, or the employee understands that his or her role in the organization is also very important, and they feel accountable. That's where it leads to accountability, that they feel accountable, that whatever I do, it's my responsibility and I have the responsibility to enhance the goals of the organization and take it further. With the responsibility comes the action, and with the action comes the growth. So basically everything is interlinked. At the same time, it increases creativity and innovation. We are not just restricting people to structured approaches. It's not like the structures which are there, but it's also like you are trying to innovate within the structures and go in a different way to basically get in more products or maybe deliverables which are to be given to the customers, or innovate in your existing products. Like a lot of companies, if you see the mobile companies, there has been a constant shift from the mobile company which first entered into the market to in between period when one mobile company was totally reigning, and then a shift in the perception of the people, and now the other mobile company is totally into the market. So innovation, keeping up with the trends or keeping up with the needs of the customers and trying to give them the product in a very simplified way is something which is very important, and that is what is bordering on creativity and innovation. Improve the service to the team members and customers. You know people in and out, so you can definitely enhance your service to the people who are internal as well as external. Interact with them, involve with them, communicate with them, express. At the same time, the expression is more positive centric. We are not trying to say what's gone wrong, but we are trying to say that what's gone right, and whatever has gone wrong, how it can be set right. So we are trying to celebrate what's right with the world rather than celebrating what's wrong with the world. It's a very good movie if you can watch it. It's called as Celebrate What's Right with the World by Dewitt Jones, a very ace National Geographic photographer over say about more than 2 decades. But he brings out the involvement of people and how you can create difference and how you can make others feel significant, because when others are significant, then definitely you can also feel better. And it also goes to see how you can live your life with lot of passion and commitment. And that's where we come, the inspire passion and boost performance. As we discussed in the series on living with passion, that we need to have the passion because that will actually help in aiding the performance. So the well done approach, what does it mean? There are 3 basic constructs. Build the trust. Today when I'm working in a team of people, if I do not trust anybody, then definitely there's going to be a big challenge for me to interact, because every time I'm going to communicate, the first question is whether this is valid here, whether I can trust these people or I can depend on this person to do the thing or to keep the information and to do it in a better way. The trust issues are something which makes people feel withdrawn, and that's very important. We cannot build our perceptions on what has happened. Maybe a person has made a fault or erred earlier or made a mistake, but if we keep on viewing the person from that same perspective, then definitely we are not going to taste the new things which have come in the person, or we are not going to get a feel of how the person has changed and how he or she has become more better in terms of giving their best to others. So we need to build the trust in the people who are there with us, who are working with us. This applies even at home. Maybe sometimes your child has not scored well, but then giving the leeway of that mistake and then trying to trust the child and motivate them to achieve better will be much more easier than every time trying to blame the child. Ki, look, last time you have not done well and I don't see that you can do well this time. If you use the same approach in your workplace, definitely the negative energy is going to spill over, and that's going to bring down the entire group performance because the morale is going to be down. When you do it with your friends, maybe they have made a mistake, or maybe you have perceived them in a wrong way and you have never gone out and spoken to them or discussed it out, ki what happened, and try to put the things on the back front, then definitely the perception towards that friend will be negative. You may feel that this person has betrayed or let you down, whereas in the real sense, the person may have stood by you or supported you and you are not able to see that. So we need to understand that whenever there is something which is perceived as wrong or has been wrong, you need to sit across, discuss it out, clarify the issues and get on with that relationship, whether it's with your friend, whether it's with your family or it's with your team members. Because a lot of things are dependent on trust. Trust in others means you trust yourself, you are able to believe in yourself, and therefore you are able to extend that belief in the other people. Accentuate the positives, that is, you need to focus your efforts on catching people doing things right rather than what they do wrong. Out of 10 things, 2 may be wrong, 8 may be right. If you just focus on that 2 things which went wrong, then definitely you will feel bad. When you tell it to others, they will also feel bad, the motivation will be low, the morale will go down, the confidence goes down, and then they don't feel good enough to do better. So whatever they are doing also keeps on going down. So focus more on the positives, see what is there rather than what is not there, and when mistakes occur, redirect the energy. Sometimes when there are mistakes, we really do not know how to express the anger, or we do not know how to express the disappointment and frustration, and we do not know how to go ahead and overcome that particular phase. So when mistakes occur, we can redirect the energy, and we'll be showing you the steps how to do that, so that the relationship is built, the foundation of the relation, that is the trust, is not shaken up, and at the same time the whole thing is still more open to communication, discussion and sorting out the differences or the mistakes. So we see how does that work. Like I've called it as the ABC of performance, where A is the activator, that is whatever gets the performance going. You might have 5 people with you and every person can be motivated in a different way. For somebody it's just a pat on the back, for somebody it's a verbal appreciation, for somebody it's just an acknowledgement of their work, for somebody it could be actually praising them in front of people, or for somebody it could be any kind of an incentive or a reward or a trust in their ability. So anything which makes the performance going is called the activator. It's like starting the key to make the person work and do much better. B is the performance or the behavior that occurs. So when the performance goes, B is the behavior and C is the consequence, that is your response to the performance. That is, when a particular work project is being done, what is the performance, how it is being done, and then how do you respond to that, is what is the ABC of performance. And the response is something which can keep the first 2 steps going ahead, and if the response is negative, then definitely the first 2 steps do get affected in consequent work projects or in consequent interactions, and people start giving up.